Hi everyone, let me see the definition of subgroup. A non-empty subset H of a group G is said to be subgroup of a group G if H is a group under the same binary operation of Z, under the same binary operation of Z. For example, if I take set of natural numbers, H as set of natural numbers and G as real numbers, okay, real numbers. So here your N is subset of real numbers. So N is subset of R. So R is also a group. R is also a group. And N is also the group. Okay. So here your H will be the subset of Z. If I take H as set of natural numbers and Z as set of real numbers, then H is subset of Z. So here in real numbers all the natural numbers is there. Okay. In reals all the natural numbers are there, and G as real numbers. Okay. So then your H will become a subset of Z. Okay. So set of real numbers is a group under addition, and here but your set of natural numbers doesn't become a group under binary operation plus. Okay, so leave that. So if I take set A as 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and H as 0 0 0 2 4. So here your H is the subset of Z, okay, but Z is the group. So if I take Z as 0 1 2 3 4 5, so later I will solve that example, and H as 0 2 4 under addition modulo 6, so then that will become a group. So under addition modulo 6, Z is equal to 0 1 2 3 4 5 becomes a group, and H is, if I take H as 0 2 4, that also becomes a group. Okay, so later I will give the solution of that. Okay, first we see the meaning of this. A non-empty subset H of a group G is said to be subgroup of G if H is a group under the same binary operation of G. So here G will be group, so subset of, here H will become a subset of Z. So the G becomes group, then we have to see whether H becomes group or not. If H becomes group, then we say H is the subgroup of Z. H is the subgroup of Z. Okay, so here another definition is there: proper and improper subgroup. So sometimes we call improper subgroup as trivial group and proper subgroup as non-trivial group subgroup. Okay, so here let me see the definition of your a proper and improper subgroup. So every group G of order greater than 1 has at least two subgroups, which are a group G itself and the identity element. So that is the group of the identity alone. So here then the above two subgroups are known as improper or trivial subgroups. So if these two conditions satisfies, then that will be called as improper subgroup or trivial subgroup. So if I take set as Z is equal to 0 1 2 3 4 5, okay, and 1 2 3 4 5, and H as 0 2 4. So here E also becomes the subset of your G is equal to 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so then a group G and the identity element of the set, if these two conditions satisfies, then that will be called as improper subgroup or trivial subgroup. If another condition holds good, then a subgroup other than these two conditions is known as proper subgroup. So what I mean is, every group G of order greater than 1 has at least two subgroups. One is group G and another one is the identity element of the set. So if these two condition holds good, then that will be called as improper subgroup or trivial subgroup. Other than this, a subgroup other than these two conditions is known as proper subgroup. Proper subgroup. Okay. So here I am giving an important remark. If any subset of the group Z is a group for any operation other than the composition of Z, if any subset of a group Z is a group for any operation other than the composition of Z, then it is not called a subgroup of Z. For example, for this example, if I take a group 1 comma minus 1 is a part of C plus, you know that set of complex numbers. So in that these two elements exist. Okay, C is the group 1 minus 1 is a part of C plus, which is a group for the multiplication. This will become a group for the multiplication, but not for the composition of plus of the basic group. Therefore, this is not a subgroup of C plus. So because if so here this condition doesn't hold good. So if I take G as a set of complex numbers and H as 1 minus 1 for addition operation, if I add these two elements 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, but 0 doesn't exist in this set H. So therefore that property doesn't hold good. Therefore this is not a subgroup of C plus, but for C cross means complex number with multiplication holds good, because 1 into minus 1 is already there in H, minus 1 into 1 also minus 1, that there in your H. Okay, so this will become a subgroup of C cross. Okay, but not for C plus, because if you add these two, then you get 0, but 0 doesn't belongs to this set. Therefore here this 1 minus 1 is not a subgroup of C plus. Okay, so here a set 1 minus 1 is a subgroup of C cross. 1 and minus 1 is a subgroup of C cross. Yes, because if I multiply these two, then I get an element that is belongs to H. Okay, you 1 into minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 1, those two elements belongs to your this set H. Therefore 1 minus 1 is a subgroup of C cross. So some more examples for this examples. First one, Z plus is a subgroup of Q plus. Yes, because this is Z is subset of Q, and your Z is subset of R. Z is subset of your C. So therefore Z plus is a subgroup of Q plus, and Q plus is a subgroup of R plus, and R plus is a subgroup of C plus, because Z is subset of Q is subset of your R is subset of what? C. So here another example is the set E of even integers is a proper subgroup of additive group E plus. So if I take an even integer set, if you add any two even integers, again you get an even integer. Okay, even integer. So therefore, all the elements belongs to your even integer set. Therefore here the set E of even integers is a proper subgroup of the additive group E plus. Whereas the set F of odd integers is not a subgroup of additive group F plus, because if you add any two odd integers, then you get even integer, but even integer doesn't belongs to your set F. Therefore here this F plus is not a subgroup. Another example, the set MZ of multiples multiples of some given integers m is a subgroup of z plus, is a subgroup of z plus. If you multiply m with this z even integers, then you get mz is a subgroup of z plus. Okay, so next, q cross is a subgroup of r cross. Q cross is a subgroup of r cross, and r cross is a subgroup of c cross. C cross. So here 1 minus 1, 1 omega omega square, 1 minus 1 I minus 1 minus I are subgroups of C naught cross. So here the group of non-zero complex numbers, the group of except 0 all the complex numbers. So your set 1 minus 1 is a subgroup of C naught cross, 1 omega omega square is a subgroup of C naught cross, 1 minus 1 I minus I are subgroup of C naught cross, C naught cross. So these are the some examples for your subgroup. So here let me see a theorem. So that is necessary and sufficient condition for a subgroup. Necessary and sufficient conditions for a subgroup. So here the statement of the theorem is a non-empty subset H of a group Z, a non-empty subset H of a group Z is a subgroup of Z if first condition is for all a comma b belongs to H, that implies that a star b belongs to H. Second condition is for all a belongs to H, that implies that a inverse belongs to H. Okay, so here a non-empty subset H of a group Z is a subgroup of G if for all a b belongs to H, a star b belongs to H, and for all a belongs to H, a inverse belongs to H. So proof for this. So what is the given data here? Your H should be, H is a non-empty subset and G is a group. Okay, so H is a subgroup of Z. Okay, so using these two data we have to check whether this condition follows or not. Okay, so in the necessary condition, suppose H is a subgroup of Z, then H is a group, because your Z is a group and H is a subgroup of Z, then H also a group. H is also a group. Hence closure law and inverse law holds, because your given condition is already there. So for all a comma b belongs to H, so this is closure law, and inverse law is a belongs to H, a inverse belongs to H. Therefore here your which two laws, closure law and inverse law holds good. Therefore by closure law for all a comma b belongs to H, that implies that a star b belongs to H, and by inverse law for all a belongs to H, a inverse belongs to H, a inverse belongs to H. Okay, so next, sufficient condition. Let H is subset of G, H is subset of G with a star b belongs to H for all a comma b belongs to H, a comma b belongs to H, and a inverse belongs to H for all a belongs to H. So here this is the closure law and this is the inverse law, already true in H. So now we have to prove using these conditions associative law and identity law holds good. Okay, so if those two conditions holds good, then your this given statement is true. Okay, so here let me see that first. So first, associative law, let ABC belongs to H, that implies that ABC belongs to G because H is a subset of G. Yes, so that for all a comma b comma c belongs to H, that implies that a star b star c is equal to a star b star c, because for all a comma b belongs to H, a star b belongs to H. Okay, so here for all ABC belongs to H, that implies that a star b star c is equal to a star b star c. Therefore associative law holds good. Next let me check identity law. For all a belongs to H, then a inverse belongs to H. That implies that if I multiply these two, a star a inverse belongs to H. Okay, so a star a inverse is E belongs to H. Therefore identity law holds good. So therefore here H star is a group, H star is a group, and you know that H is a subset of G and H is a subset of G. Hence H star is a subgroup of G. H star is a subgroup of Z. So simple proof. Here the given condition is what? Using non-empty subset H of a group G is a subgroup of Z. So if and only if for all A comma B belongs to H, A star B belongs to H, and for all A belongs to H, A inverse belongs to H. So using first here two condition, here if and only if condition is there. First we have to prove a subset H of a group Z is a subgroup of Z. Okay, using this condition we have to prove this. So here a subset H of a group G is a subgroup of Z. Using this condition we have to prove A comma B belongs to H. That implies A star B belongs to H, and for all A belongs to H, A inverse belongs to H. So one time using this condition we have to prove this result, these two results. Using these two results we have to prove a subset H of a group G is a subgroup of Z. Okay, subgroup of Z. So that I have did. In necessary condition what we have proved. So already the given data is what? A subset H of a group Z is subgroup of Z. So here I took that. Suppose H is a subgroup of Z, then H is already G is a subgroup, G is a group, therefore H is a subgroup of Z. Then I can say H is a group. So if H is a group, here your closure law and inverse law holds good. If H is a group, your closure law and associative law, inverse law holds good. So therefore by closure law I can write your this condition, by inverse law I can write this condition. Okay. So in sufficient condition what I did here, so I took these two conditions. Using these two conditions I am proving H is a subgroup of Z. So here I am writing H is subset of Z with A star B belongs to H for all A comma B belongs to H, and A inverse belongs to H for all A belongs to H. Here closure law and inverse law holds good. So now we have to prove associative law and identity law. So in your associative law ABC belongs to H, that implies that A comma B comma C belongs to G. Okay, so that for all A comma B comma C belongs to H, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. So therefore associative law holds good. So another condition is identity law. So because for all A comma B belongs to H, A star B belongs to H, here I am taking A belongs to H and A inverse belongs to H. Therefore A star A inverse belongs to H, because for all A comma B belongs to H, then A star B belongs to H. So here A and A inverse both belongs to H. Therefore A star A inverse belongs to H. That implies that E belongs to H. Here identity law, identity element we got. Therefore identity law holds good. Therefore H star is a group, and H is a subset of G. Therefore H star is a subgroup of Z. H star is a subgroup of Z. So another theorem is properties of subgroup. So that we see in the next class. Properties of subgroup, that we see in the next class. Thank you. If you have any doubts regarding this, then you can send questions and clarify your doubts.